Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Let's Have a Pint. Today we have IPA from Oskar Blues Brewery. It is an American style IPA. 6.43% alcohol by volume, 70 IBUs. It gets an average rating of 3.73. It has been rated 115,402 times on Untappd. The description on Untappd reads, "Our straight-up strain, the Blue Dream IPA. Trailblazers don't torch a new passageway and then stop. They keep finding new ways in and new ways back out. That's exactly what we did with our meta-modern IPA, conceived of hand-selected hops from down under. Malt barley and red wheat combined to create a clean malt backbone with a foolproof flavor and mouthfeel to support America's sneak peek at Enigma, Vic's Secret, Ella, and Galaxy hops. The hops strum juicy and sweet aromas with headline notes of passion fruit, raspberries, pineapple, and citrus. This intense straight-up strain is Oskar Blues IPA. Smash a blue Ferrigno and it'll smash back. Ferrigno? I don't know what that word is. Definitely has more head than the Due East. A lot more head. That really cranked up there at the end, too. Not much to the label. It's fairly similar to all their labels, I think. Alright, so with this one, I've got 3 fingers worth of head on this. I definitely get the citrus and the passion fruit. You get the raspberries as well. A little bit of pineapple, but raspberry and pineapple are so far back from the citrus and passion fruit. Which, passion fruit seems to be very common. I mean, citrus for obvious reasons, but... but the bubbles aren't too tightly laced. Mostly small, but there's a few larger bubbles. It's light, but kind of cloudy. Not hazy, but cloudy. Stick into the glass. Fight through the head. Okay. Definitely get a lot of the passion fruit citrus, but pineapple's quite up there too. Citrus definitely hits you at the front. I think you got the pineapple in the middle and passion fruit on the end. Yeah. No raspberry in the flavor, which I'm not surprised about. But starts off citrusy, a little bit of pineapple, and then ends with passion fruit. It's honestly not a bad beer. See, at the front with that citrus, it's just bursting. It's a lot of citrus right up front. And the others are more subtle. But that's what I get out of this one. Citrus up front. A flash of pineapple in the middle. And passion fruit carries it away. But anyways, for this episode I do have my top 25, which I did right after the last episode. Are you okay, Luna? Are you okay? When I'm sitting on the couch, she is all over me today. And she has never been far away. Are you okay? Come here, Luna. Come here. She didn't want to. She's camera shy. That has to be it. It has to be it that she's camera shy. Anyways, number one's same as it always is, same as it's been since the beginning. 2 is Clemson. 3 is still Michigan. 4 Notre Dame. 5 gets a new face, Georgia. Then I got Oklahoma at 6, Ohio State at 7. Still have UCF up at 8. I have LSU at 9, Iowa State at 10. West Virginia, I have 11th. And actually, thinking about it, I should have UCF lower because of how unimpressive that win was. I probably would have them just below West Virginia. Let's do that real quick, actually. Alright. Where was I? Said Ohio State is number 7. We got LSU at 8. We got Iowa State at 9. West Virginia is number 10. UCF dropped all the way to 11. Are you surprised? Penn State's number 12. And yeah, I have Iowa State high because I like them that much. I think of all the 3 lost teams, they are by far the best one. I don't know how the hell Florida is number 11 in the actual in the at least the AP poll. I don't know how. Not with having gotten drubbed by Missouri, who I think is a 4-win team now. We got Washington State at 13. Syracuse 14th. Still very high on Syracuse. I have Kentucky backed off to 15. But I don't think that loss to Georgia was as bad as it might seem. At the end of the day, there's still a fair amount of separation between the two. I got Washington at 16. Utah State at 17. I got Mississippi State at 18. Fresno State's jumped up to 19. Florida dropped all the way to 20th. Wisconsin at 21. Michigan State 22. And entering the rankings for the first time this week, for me, I've got Boston College at 23, NC State at 24, and Cincinnati at 25. I had a fair few I dropped out. I'm pretty solid up through Kentucky. So the last 10 I'm kind of shaky on. Honestly, I see Kentucky up on my rankings, all staying in the rankings for the rest of the year. But down below that, Florida is the other one I have a whole lot of confidence in staying in the rankings. Honestly, other than Florida, I don't have a whole lot of confidence in the rest of that last 10. Everybody else up 15 and up at this point, I have a lot of confidence is going to stay there. I don't see him dropping another 2 games, any one of them, during the regular season anyways. Conference championships might be different. And I actually do think if the Big 12 had a conference title game, that Iowa State would win that. Wow. I couldn't remember if Iowa State had played West Virginia already. They doubled West Virginia's score. More than doubled. In their game. They took the lead and really they didn't look back after that. They held it pretty much the entire... There might have been a point in the second quarter because Iowa State scored 13 first quarter, West Virginia scored 7, and then they both scored 7 second quarter. If West Virginia would have scored their 7 in that quarter first, they would have taken a 1-point lead. Most big teams Iowa State has beaten this year. I think other than Oklahoma, that's the only big one they didn't. Let's see, South Dakota State, that game was canceled. They lost to Iowa. But I really don't think they would at this point. Oklahoma, they might still lose to. But actually, that was a very close game. And I think would end up being closer at this point in the year. What was their other loss? TCU. I don't know how they dropped that to TCU. If it wasn't for that, the actual rankings would reflect them as a top 15 easy right now. And that's a bad TCU team. At the time, they really weren't. But now, that is a bad TCU team. But I think if the Iowa State team that's playing now played the Iowa team of right now, Iowa State would win. Same with TCU. Maybe not with Oklahoma. But I think you could very easily, right now, see a one-loss Iowa State, and they'd be a top 10 team. Now, I have them at 9, and that's where I have confidence in them. What are you looking at, Luna? But I had to keep LSU above. I wanted to drop LSU because of how bad their loss was to Alabama. But I couldn't really justify dropping them below Iowa State. Because as high as I am on Iowa State, I don't think they could match that LSU defense. I think this, transitioning back to the beer, this is a $10 six-pack. I'd say it's worth it. I don't know if I'd get it again myself. But it is most certainly worth a try. It's got a lot of good flavors to it. And I mean, you don't see pineapple a whole lot. I've never smelled raspberry on an IPA before, so there is that. Honestly, for a rating, I have to go 3.75. I can't justify anything higher. It's good, but it's not great. But, anyways, till next time, Prost.